Hey Rebecca, when you post your light meter shots or take your light meter shots, make sure that they're actually in the scene that you're shooting. This is just a picture of your light meter. It doesn't actually tell me how you're using it. And I really would have wanted it in this case because a lot of these shots are pretty underexposed. And they're also not achieving really they're just kind of they're a little bit wonky. This, I mean, it was a totally good idea to go ahead and shoot subject matter other than people. Everyone makes a huge assumption that they have to shoot people for this assignment. And I just go with it because usually it's a little bit more difficult to do that and they work harder. But these are really interesting. You have some interesting equipment here. But your white balance changes significantly from shot to shot. So it looks to me like you're not managing the white balance independently. It feels, your contact sheets, sorry, feel like they're very much on auto. I mean, you know, your white balance is very much on auto because you can see a significant oranging between this shot and this shot. This is much more orange or yellow or whatever you want to call it, and this one's even more so. And I would expect if you're just shooting with this light and this light that your light balance, your white balance, the Kelvin temperature value of your lights does not change. And so there should not be these kind of shifts, you know, between your white balance. That's probably an automatic feature. So it's time to start harnessing that. I would say your compositions are pretty good. I mean, the close-ups are nice. You know, they're okay. Sorry, I'm just buried in work today. It's hard for me to give extremely thoughtful feedback. It just seems to me, I feel like these could be of greater detail. I guess that they're at f18. Is f16 or f18? It's so small, it's hard for me to read it. Let me see if I can. f18. Yeah, I guess that, you know, at f18, you're starting to get a lack of clarity because of a tiny aperture. Really, after f16, you start to have a lack of clarity in your images. And it would be my feeling also that f18 is unnecessarily small. Like, you should be able to shoot at a much wider aperture. I mean, that seems. Like towards the end here, you know, you're shooting in f5 and f4. That makes a lot more sense. The f10s and the f16s and the f18s don't really make a whole lot of sense to me. It seems like that just sort of happened accidentally. So really, really pay a close attention to your exposure controls and make sure that you're shooting not just for the right exposure, but the right creative exposure too. You want to make sure that your exposure controls are benefiting you in multiple ways. I hope that makes sense. And I am looking forward to seeing your next assignment. Thanks.